Welcome to the Linguistics Show, where we talk about life, love, and everything else. There's always something to talk about with this couple, so you never know what may come out of their mouth.
That's how it was good last time. Now, on the gods.
We both see this recording.
On the gods and the earth, if this shit don't hit this goddamn SD card, I'm going to throw you in the fireplace. Real talk. I'm going to throw this little piece of plastic in our electric fireplace, and I'm going to burn this motherfucker, because that...
So what Jason is talking about is that, okay, well, first of all, everybody, happy Thanksgiving.
Yes, let's start over, because that was a very, very dark path we just went down.
We're both a bit frustrated, but we're not going to let it ruin our day.
Right. Technical difficulties can be frustrating, but we will push on, because today is a big day. And why is today a big day? It's because it's a holiday. It's Thanksgiving. And it's not because we celebrate the pilgrims, because we don't. No, we don't do that here. We don't celebrate the pilgrims. We don't celebrate the Mayflower and all of that. That's not what we're here for. What we're here for is celebrating family and what we're thankful about, you know? I've always felt that Thanksgiving is one of my favorite holidays, in particular because of what it's themed about. Giving thanks. What are you thankful for? What are you glad that has happened? Glad that has happened to you? What are you, what do you think about that just makes you feel good inside? What are you thankful for? And so we decided that on Thanksgiving we would give you guys, our loyal listeners and subscribers, everybody subscribe, like. Thank you. We decided we'd give y'all a little something, because it is a holiday, man. We off. We try and eat some turkey and chicken and lambs and greens and beans and potatoes. We try and eat all that.
Name it.
We're trying to get it in, Slim. We trying to pour up, drink some good stuff, eat some good food, watch some football and some football. Shout out to the World Cup, folks. Have
some laughs with family and friends.
Right.
And just have memories.
It's like we're trying to get to that. So we had honestly considered this being a week off. Like, we love y'all, but we've taken a week off because we love Thanksgiving. Honestly, me and Carol, this is something we've always had in common since we met. This is one of our favorite holidays. And for me, Thanksgiving is about giving thanks, and it's really about, showing appreciation for your family and friends, being thankful for what you have, being thankful that you're here, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And so that's why we're here today, to bless y'all, just drop this little drop you an episode real quick and talk about what we're thankful for. And so I guess I'll just kind of kick it off. One of the main things I'm thankful for is this opportunity to be able to host. When I was growing up, we didn't really have a lot of company at our house for whatever reason. We moved around a lot. We had a smaller house apartment, then we had a regular sized normal house, which I think is a normal house. Most people would call it a small house, but I thought it was a big house when I was growing up. Anyway, one of the things with me and Carol, as we built our lives together over the years, our last house in Temple Hills, we were kind of the host house, and so it kind of was taking over the tradition of one of Carol's aunts.
They had the most amazing holidays.
Right, and we would stuff 30-40 people into a 3-bedroom split level, 4-bedroom split level. We would stuff 30-40 people into that house, and it would be lots of good times. And so, when I was growing up, we had different kind of get-togethers and gatherings and stuff like that, but it would always be at my grandfather's house, because he was the one who had the big house. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? As far as the rest of our family had apartments and so on and so forth. So that being said, the opportunity to host events at our house, get-togethers, parties, game nights, team parties, team building events, Juneteenth, cookouts, Thanksgiving, Christmas, birthday parties, again, all of these different things. And then just sometimes it'd just be it'd be a random Saturday in the summer, and couple of family members come by because they happen to be in town, and next thing you know, we're having a cookout just because we're over here. Or to be me and my friends, and we're just like, hey, we gonna grab a bottle or something and hang out, watch a game, and next thing you know, some of your friends come over, and then boom, game night. Like, stuff just be happening over here. And so I'm thankful for the opportunity. I mean, now granted, we worked hard to get to this opportunity, but I'm thankful for the opportunity to be the host. Just don't mess up my house. If you spill some in my house, I'll make you clean it up. But other than that,
and they do clean up their mess.
Yeah. Other than that, like, I'm thankful to be the host. I like hosting people in my little bar basement. Recording studio, DJ booth, gaming room, whatever you want to call it, arcade, weight room situation that we got going on in the basement. I'm thankful for that opportunity. I'm thankful for what we have to be able to host. You know what I mean? Because you could be able to host, but you shouldn't be able to host if you ain't got that kind of space.
Yeah.
Now, our
the
last
space
house
isn't always a factor, because like at the old house, even though it was smaller, it was packed with love. And so whether it was a kid's birthday party or a Christmas party that we're this year, I think we're on year 12 or 13.
Of the Christmas parties?
Yeah, this is year
of the family Christmas
the
parties.
The Bush annual Christmas party. So
so
this year
I just remember Angie. Look, I just remember Angie doing the little whip. Remember that, Joe? Oh my goodness!
Yes.
The Christmas parties with a Santa dress
big old
on.
Mirror at the old house. Many memories. And so what Jason was saying, as far as like your hosting and family, something that I am really thankful for is just that we are becoming that. We are that family who has taken over for my Aunt Maddie and my Uncle Norwood. And so, like, growing up as a kid and as a teen, they always had Christmas, Thanksgiving, cookouts for Labor Day, like random get-togethers. Like, if I was coming in town from a different country or from a faraway state, it was more like, okay, they're going to be here in 2 days, everybody come, and then we just pile in. It don't matter whether you're cramped or not, it was all full of love. And so as my aunt and uncle got older, I already knew that we were already in that place to kind of take it over from them. And so I personally, having a big family, I really do value the fact that, my aunts and uncles, older cousins, etc., have trusted us to then carry on the whole legacy of, hey, everybody, is at Carol's house and Jason's house. And so like that to me is priceless, because they could have been like, no, we ain't going over there, we're gonna be with so and so, or we're gonna all split up. But I was telling my other aunts a few days ago that I'm really glad that we can carry this on for Aunt Maddie. So that to me is priceless.
Word, I agree with that. And so not only is it priceless to be able to host the events, but you also got to be thankful that everybody's around and healthy and able to do it. Like, I'm thankful for our family and friends. I'm thankful that, our 3 girls are bright, young, energetic, doing big things. They're starting to think about being young business women themselves, and that's dope. Like, I love it that my 9-year-old is sitting here talking about interior decoration. I love it that my 12-year-old is a fashion mogul.
She's actually in Fashion Academy.
And like, I love that, like designing, like creating designs, and we're talking about making t-shirts. I love it that my oldest is going to be the family lawyer soon. Before you know it, we have a family lawyer. And so like, I'm just really thankful that that what we have, yes, we built it, but to a certain extent, I'm thankful that it turned out the way that it did. There's plenty of trials and tribulations to get in the way of different things, and I'm just thankful we've overcome those type of obstacles to be where we are. To be able, I like to say to be able, to be
repeating your words,
to be able, Hey, look, I'm already ready already.
Okay, with your cheer wine in the morning.
Hey.
Yeah, and so we actually had a great episode that was recorded several hours ago this morning.
Dog!
On Thanksgiving Day.
You weren't supposed to bring that back up.
But for me, it's worth it because I was really upset, as you were, that this great recording that had It was open, it was real, it was raw, it was really good. Just for some reason did not transfer to our computer. However, I was thinking, okay, let me not even get frustrated because for me, I'm really grateful that you have taught me to not let things that go wrong get me down. And if it does get you down, like don't let it get you down too long. And so I knew, that even though we are hosting Thanksgiving for about 27 people,
30.
basically.
Hey, Black Twitter, you know what we do? What does 27 equal? 30.
Okay, so even
about 30 some. Once you cross 26, it's 30 some.
Okay, so
until you get to like 36, then it's 40 some. And then when you get to like close to 50, then it's just round 50. I'm gonna wait for the grammar police to come pull me over. I'm glad the grammar police might not be on this side of the bridge today, because grammar police would have already ran in here full speed. Wait, what are you doing? And you can't say that. You can't say that, grammar police. Oh man! Shout out to the grammar police. I'm gonna holler at you later, bro.
Yeah, maybe see you tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll see you tomorrow, bro. Shout out to the grammar police.
Yeah, but
AKA EV.
Yeah, but like so like I'm definitely thankful for just the ability to just carry on the legacy of my grandparents and them about Maddie and Uncle Norwood, and just be able to be trusted by family to be like, hey, y'all doing it, y'all can have it. Everybody bring a dish and then carry on. So
word.
I'm really thankful for what this podcast has done for us as a couple and for me as a person, because I know that I've talked about my comfort zone before and how I was scared about editing, not really talking because I can talk a lot, but it was the behind the scenes partner that had me kind of like, I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm really happy to know just that this podcast with you has had me thinking of all kinds of ventures that either I was into before many years ago, or things that I would have never thought of me doing. So I'm honestly like looking forward to next year and beyond, just to step out into new terrain. So like some of these things I know will be challenging. There's one I know that I'm restarting now that is totally different than it was a decade and change ago. So I am able to humble myself and just kind of not start from ground zero, but maybe like from like ground two.
Ground two? She gonna start on the second floor. We not gonna be at least you ain't starting the basement.
No, because I already have a basis for what I want to do.
You could have been like Elon and started in the penthouse, but we not gonna talk about that part.
Yeah, I wouldn't have known that comment or that.
You know about Elon?
I know that is Elon Musk. He owns Twitter.
Yeah, he owns a lot of things because he started off rich. Some people have to grind and get it. Some people start with the diamonds in their pocket.
Well, we're not the latter. We're the former. So we're definitely working towards it.
I know that's right.
And so, like, you recently took on some new things.
So I'm really thankful for opportunities, like I had said before. So I guess one thing I could say is I'm really thankful for how would you say, I'm not going to call it luck, because I don't really believe in luck, because if I did believe in luck, I'd say I'm the unluckiest person in the face of the world, because random little things be happening to me all the time. It's just kind of the cynical person in me. I don't think cynic is a word. It's
no,
like
it's
pessimist.
Not.
So the cynical,
pessimist is
right?
A word,
so I'm not, but I'm
I'm
not pessimistic though. I am cynical. I'm not pessimistic. I'm not overtly negative. I just look at things from a light of, man, that shit could happen. You know what I mean? So you're prepared for the worst.
Yeah, you definitely.
You got to prepare. You got to prepare for the worst. So when the worst does happen, it doesn't take you off. Anyway, tangents. We be on tangents. This is another. Look, we talk about. Yeah, we'll be back. Look, that we don't be following the GPS for shit around here, dog. Like, oh, GPS says we'll be there in 20 minutes. Hey, I'm gonna take this left instead of the right. We're gonna go on this little windy road tangent, and then next thing you know, an hour and a half later, we gonna get there. It'd been fun though. I take us on good long journeys on these tangents, and it'd be comedy. It'd be great. But anyway, I am thankful again to bring it back in, to reel it back like my wife just told me to do. That's where you insert the little rewind DJ noise. The rewind DJ noise.
We can use actual our own mouth as sound effects this time.
So I am thankful for a few individuals who have really offered me opportunities. Didn't have to. I'm thankful that, you know, I believed in myself and bet on myself, and that so far it's looking like this is going to work out. And so, I mean, I just encourage everybody, if you have something you're good at, if you have something, even if you're not that good at, that you like doing, that could be marketable, to believe in yourself and bet on yourself. Don't wait till you're later in life to embrace that. And so I wish I had embraced it earlier, but I guess I'm thankful that it worked out the way it did. You know how I feel about regrets.
You don't live with regrets.
I don't live with regrets. Like, we're moving forward. Everything is moving forward. Every day I move forward. I am mindful of what has happened in the past. I respect what has happened in the past, but I am moving forward on a daily basis. That's just been my thought process on life, and it has carried me really far. However, I am really thankful for the people and places that have popped up for me over the last 6 months that have guided me towards this journey. And I'm thankful for a lot of people who have given me advice and help and pointers and tips. I'm thankful for the specific people who taught me how to do specific things that have now become very marketable skills for me. So thank you. I'm thankful that my significant other that I'm related to by marriage saw fit to keep pushing me towards this. I was one of those people that always thought, you know, sure, I'd love to run my own business. I could be an entrepreneur. Sure, I know I can. But I was also one of those people that had to have a job. I've had a job since I was 15. I've been a corporate man my whole life. And so I'm really thankful that my significant other pushed me to understand that while I could be successful and make millions of dollars for a corporation and be really good at my job, why not be really good at my job and make millions of dollars for myself? And, you know, work for myself instead of putting all that energy into somebody else. Put all that energy into myself and into us and to our family and to our legacy. And so, like, I'm thankful that I was pushed in the right direction, because anybody who knows me knows I've been Captain Corporate Man since forever, because I've just had this wild fantasy that if I kept working hard and doing the right thing, somebody would notice. And yeah, they noticed when their profits kept going up millions and millions of dollars. Right. They noticed their accounts getting fatter. And so, you know, I say all that to say this: bet on yourself. If you got something that's a marketable talent, a skill, a technique, whatever it is, no judgments. Just bet on yourself.
I like that. And I am definitely very, very proud of you.
Well, thank you.
Because I know that
I am brunch drinking. I am brunch drinking on a podcast.
No one can see your Cheerwine and Hennessy.
I am brunch drinking on a podcast.
Making up new things, or maybe that's a real thing.
Brunch drinking is what do you call mimosas? You know what I would love right now? I would love a mimosa with no orange juice.
Well, okay. I can make you a mimosa, or I can just pour you some shit.
We should make mimosas
for Thanksgiving.
Isn't Thanksgiving kind of a brunch? Let me ask you this.
Gosh.
Let me ask you this. So out of all of the holidays, right? Because everybody always says Christmas dinner. We got to have Christmas dinner, right?
Thanksgiving dinner.
But isn't Thanksgiving dinner more of a supper brunch situation because it's midday? It's not dinner.
Your Thanksgiving dinner at like noon or 1, or maybe like.
Hey, a lot of people like 2, 3 o'clock is Thanksgiving.
So we're doing
that's brunch, dog. 3 o'clock is brunch, or if you from one of them places, it's supper.
Well, I guess if you want to call it Thanksgiving supper at our house at 3 o'clock.
Man, don't nobody who is raised in the city know what no damn supper is, man. We got breakfast, lunch, dinner, and midnight snacks. We don't know about no supper. What's supper? And we only know about brunch because we got bougie in the late 2000s. So that's the only reason we even know about brunch. We knew what brunch was, but we didn't know what brunch was, because brunch isn't what brunch used to be. Brunch is brunch now. We got a whole genre of clothes because of brunch. We be talking about brunch boots and my brunch hat. I'm gonna get me a brunch hat and some brunch boots and a denim button up and some plaid pants and go to brunch. Anyway, and so one of the things I'm most thankful for on Thanksgiving, if anybody knows me, you know what time it is. It's Thanksgiving. You know, you have family, you have friends, you have people come over the house, you get to enjoy company, right? But for some of us, you get football and football today with the World Cup. Yes, you get football, get to turn up, and then cue the music. Yes, it's almost that time! It is almost that time, and yes, so on the Linguistic Show podcast today, we will be talking about something that's near and dear to my heart. Thanksgiving supper, dinner, brunch, whatever you want to call it, you name it. Whenever y'all decide to eat, because basically you pretty much eat 3-4 times on Thanksgiving Day. You eat that first round where everybody bless the food and we eat, unless y'all got some hors d'oeuvres and some snacks and such, in which case you already been eating. You eat at halftime of the first football game. Halftime of the second football game is usually dinner time. And then you eating again when it's third football game time. And then at like 2 a.m, because you tired and you might still be up, you making yourself a turkey sandwich. And you put all the good stuff with, oh my goodness, I'm just thinking about the turkey sandwich with all the good stuff from Thanksgiving inside the sandwich. Oh my God. So anyway, one thing me and Carol thought would be fun for y'all for this Thanksgiving, to give thanks to y'all, was to talk about what were our favorite Thanksgiving dishes. And so I'm gonna go ahead and kick this one off with my number 5. My number 5 would have to be the sweet potato pie. Now, am I leading off with a dessert? Yes, I am. I am leading off with a dessert, because I need everybody listening to understand that sweet potato pie is necessary. If you come in this house, and I mean this house, you can come to somebody else's house, but if you come in this house with the culturally inappropriate pie,
the other P word,
don't nobody want pumpkin pie around here. This is a sweet potato pie household. Now, granted, somebody did accidentally one time buy a Marie Callender pumpkin pie.
And that joint was good, because I thought it was potatoes, because I was going based on the look.
Right, it did look like sweet potato pie, but look, I need sweet potato pie.
That joint is good.
I need some Cool Whip and or vanilla ice cream. Sweet potato pie, number 5. Don't you come in here with the culturally inappropriate pie. And then on top of that, don't even come in here really with the patty pie. Like, just make your joint. Like, sweet potato pie is not difficult to make. It's actually really good when you make it, because you can put your seasonings in it, and we always season things until the ancestors tell us to stop. Number 4 on my list of most important dishes for Thanksgiving would be the collard greens. No.
No one says. This is your list.
No one says collard greens?
No,
like,
one
I don't want
collard.
baby, I don't want no, I don't say collard, because I don't pronounce none of them extra letters. It's collard. It's like, really, it's like collard greens. But the point is I don't want mustard greens. I don't want turnip greens. I don't want kale. I want collard greens. Collard greens. And especially if you got it in the pot that's been simmering for about 6 hours with that little neck bone and that ham and that joint. Lord have mercy, when the greens taste like the meat. It don't even taste like greens no more. It just, oh my God, yes. I'm here for the greens. Yes, I am. All right, so that brings us to number 3, because when the greens, oh my goodness. So we talked about sweet potato pie. We talked about the greens. Gotta have the yams. You gotta have the candied yams. And what are candied yams? What are candied yams? Candied yams are a beautiful thing that happens when you have sweet potatoes and you kind of slice them up and you mix them with all the good seasonings, the cinnamon and the brown sugar. It just, it's making me, oh my gosh, it's making me feel a certain kind. I'm getting tingly inside right now. And then when you put all that in the pan, and then you throw a layer of marshmallows on that bad boy, and all that marshmallow sugar from in there. It's just going to caramelize all over everything. And when you pull it out the oven, it's just culinary excellence. And you pull it apart, it's almost like when you get a fresh piece of pizza and the cheese stretches. Oh my God, in heaven! And then, here on the Linguistic Show, we are about the low vibrational plates. So don't y'all come in here with your pretty plate like your food can't touch.
You better mix that joint up.
And don't you come in here with all the man. Not on Thanksgiving. We're low vibrational plates, and on Thanksgiving, you best believe it. And so the oh my gosh, when the yam juice and the yams and the seasoning, the sweet seasonings hit the salty seasonings and the salty juices from the greens, and your greens and your yams start to commingle a little bit, it's just black excellence. It's just, oh my gosh, it is just a cultural phenomenon that cannot be explained. Love it. All right, so number 2, we talked about the side. We got a bunch of sides. We got a dessert in here. So number 2, everybody loves their turkey for Thanksgiving. Personally, I don't dislike turkey. It's just not my thing. It's never really been my thing. I like the turkey more for sandwiches after the fact than I do on Thanksgiving dinner. Bring on the ham. And so I'm not a pork person per se. You know that. Like I'd rather have beef ribs than pork ribs. Mm-hmm. Like I'm not a big, you always, when we get barbecue sandwiches, I'd be like, I'd rather have pulled chicken than pulled pork. It's just me. I'm not a big pork person. I will eat bacon though. That's a bold-faced lie if I say I won't eat bacon. But the point is bring on the ham. It's so good. And then for days afterwards, you got bomb sandwiches. You got breakfast meat. Oh gosh, the honey baked ham. And then pro tip: put some pineapples in there.
That spiral joint. Yeah,
put them. Put them pineapples in there. Lord have mercy. And then my number 1, and I gotta
table roll.
I gotta get comfortable and make sure that I'm both feet are on the ground and I'm square.
Oh my gosh!
That I don't hurt myself when I say this. The number 1 draft pick for Thanksgiving food: baked mac and cheese.
Yes.
Baked mac. Mac and cheese is so good that MAC has become an acronym, which is macaroni and cheese. It's so good you have to say it twice. It's mac and cheese. So it's macaroni and cheese for those who are uninitiated. Now, don't you come over here with this Kraft macaroni and cheese. Don't you come in here with no cheese that had to be mixed with water. Don't you do it. Don't you do it. I learned from the woman sitting across from me how to bake mac and cheese, because when I had her mac and cheese, I'm like, Carol, you baked the bomb mac and cheese. I can't find it. This is really, really good. And so I had to learn how to do it. And she, for the longest time, wouldn't even show me how to do it.
You're right, for several years.
She wouldn't even show me. She wouldn't even show me how to do it.
You had to just watch.
I had to watch and observe. She wouldn't even show me. It was just like, no, I'm not going to show you how to make the mac and cheese. Like, she had to have that trump card over me. She had to have that ability. She had to have the ability to have something she could make better than me. And so, baby girl's a great baker. Like, let me stop.
I can cook I can do more than just bake.
But you're a great baker. Like, you're really good at that. Like, I'm good at, like, cooking, like, dishes. You're good at, like, baking. Like, you're great at baking. It is what it is. I'm not gonna front. Like, you're the only person I know who can actually make a cake from scratch. Like from flat out scratch. Like, I'm talking about flour and a pile of ingredients, and Carol can make a wedding cake. Like, what? Like, you gave me a pile of sugar and flour and shit. I'd be like, what do I do? Like, what do I do? I'm gonna have to go find a cookbook or something. But anyway, yes, I need the baked mac and cheese, and there's a method to this madness. You have to bake the mac and cheese. You have to add the milk or the buttermilk or whatever that is that you're gonna add to it. Buttermilk. I don't know why I didn't think of that before. You got to put oh my God, you got to add the seasonings to the mix. You must use at least 1 whole bag of cheese. You're gonna need at least 3 bags of cheese probably, and they better be different cheeses. Pro tip: different cheeses, fam. Use different cheeses. And then on top of all of that, you got to have the cheese on the top, so that you have that baked little crust all on the top. Lord have mercy. You could give me right now a plate of just macaroni and cheese.
And you'd be set.
You ain't gotta say nothing else to me. Just give me a plate of macaroni and cheese and a cup of Hennessy, and just set me in the corner, and I'm good. I'm gonna be like a little kid dancing in my high chair. Just mac and cheese. Smile.
So those are your 5.
So yeah, that's my 5. Like, now granted, I did hate on the number one thing that we talk about on Thanksgiving, which is turkey. But from my perspective, turkey is just a conduit for gravy.
And that's okay. Everyone has their own taste buds, and so there's no reason, but you have to have turkey as your top favorite Thanksgiving food.
I hope it's not even the best poultry. I get why we have it. It's traditional, and
Right.
it has a lot to do with the Thanksgiving.
Well, that's
How would you say the Thanksgiving legend, the urban
right.
legend of Thanksgiving? But yeah, turkey's like the third tier
as long as
poultry.
it's moist and not dry. But I'm gonna go to
Moist.
that word doesn't bother me. It bothers some people.
I know, and I'm going to say it again for those in the back. Moist.
It doesn't bother me. But let me.
What are your 5 though?
my 5?
Man, I know what they are, but I want to hear them. And it
is-
better not say salmon with that hard L. You better not put a salmon with a hard L in here.
That's how I grew up. Saying salmon cakes. But anyhow, it's never on my list. So-
Good. I'm glad. Push.
So no particular order, because I do like Thanksgiving food, and so someone says, like in that food, I'll be like, yep, sure am. Let me
I'm
get,
liking that food.
let me get seconds.
Turn that plate up.
Yeah, let me get seconds and thirds. Let me get like.
So the random person be like, oh, that food must be good. You
Yeah.
turn that plate up. Shut up and mind your business.
Yeah, sure am.
Okay, because that's what we're here for, is to eat the Thanksgiving food.
You don't wanna go to the trash can, do
Like
you?
what? Like why? Would you rather me not eat and be like, oh, yeah, it's great, auntie, and throw it in the
like-
trash? I'm like, no. I'm
So-
tearing it up because it's good. Now shut up and mind your business. Go ahead, Carol.
So if I want to get the thirds and fourths of like 2 different things,
Right.
I will get me a
Trust
little
and believe.
plastic cup
Trust and believe.
and just have some macaroni.
Yo, if anybody has ever seen this woman at a party and be like, why does she have a red Solo cup? And y'all be like, man, Carolyn Jason be turned up. She always got a Solo cup
be-
leaving from the
I'll
party.
be eating my
Dog,
food.
that's macaroni and cheese. It's seafood salad.
Yes.
It's barbecue meatballs. It's something in that cup. Trust and believe. It's
I'll
not
be
liquor.
Eating in the car.
Bruh, every time. And I'd be like, oh, you brought a drink.
I'm like,
It'd be
no.
meatballs in the cup. It'd be seafood
It's
salad in the cup.
my personal portion of food.
Oh my God! Yeah, oh, I'm so glad you brought that up. That's so funny because every time we leave a party, I'd be like, every time we leave a party and you have a red Solo cup, I'd be so excited because I'm like,
Yeah, you
yes,
do.
she brought something for us to sip on in the car on the ride home. Yes.
They were like, no, some
Nope.
food.
Seafood salad. It'd be meatballs in that cup. It'd be
Macaroni.
It'd be macaroni and cheese in that cup. Oh man.
My personal.
I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at you, but it's goddamn. Yeah. Anyway.
So for my 5, this is not in order at all.
Right.
So I definitely gotta have. Excuse me. Definitely gotta have my macaroni. And so you call it baked macaroni. I wouldn't even say baked because for me it's like default is baked. Like
The default is baked.
yeah. So it's like oh,
Don't you come in here with that Kraft mac and
put it in the
cheese.
trash can if it's not
Feed
baked.
that to the dog.
Or if it's stove, if it's on the stove and creamy, maybe, but I'm not gonna want to. I'll be scared of that. But so definitely gotta have some macaroni, greens with some meat. So not really neck bone. I actually prefer the little pork squares.
Yes.
Salt
yes.
pork,
Like
so-
the little not bouillon. What do you call that? What do you call that? I know
Salt.
what you mean.
Salt pork.
Salt pork,
Yeah.
okay,
And so
yes.
Even though it's salty, you shouldn't be eating it, as your actual meal. That with some green macaroni, greens with some seasoned meat in it. I can eat the meat separately. What else? Need to have cranberry sauce. And so I've always loved cranberry sauce, and so I didn't even know about whole berry sauce until I had it when I was in high school with one of my cousins. She had made this dish that it was peach halves and whole berry cranberry sauce, and I was thinking, it looks pretty, but I'll taste it. And so that was an acquired taste for me, the whole berry. But
Yeah, because if you come with that can of gelatin,
that's what we had.
I mean, that's what we had growing up, and I never touched it.
I loved
I
it.
had put on my plate one time, and then I put it in my mouth, and I almost threw up. But the real cranberry sauce is excellent.
Yes, whole berry cranberry.
Excellent.
Whole berry cranberry sauce. So we got macaroni, we got greens with seasoned meat, we got whole berry cranberry sauce. Next, gotta have potato pie. So like growing up, we didn't say sweet because it was already assumed that is what it was. No one's making a regular potato pie that has like
It has russet potatoes, and then we're gonna have a russet potato pie.
Maybe they have that like in Ireland or somewhere.
What do you call that? You probably call that like
it's
mashed potatoes.
It's probably some real food in another country or culture. But for me, potato pie, I eat sweet potato pie. So that is, it's not a must. But so if it's there, it's there. If it's not there, then I'll be okay. But I do like that a lot. So, and also turkey. So it needs to be moist. I don't like gravy. Never have. My dad used to make me eat gravy, and I would just be like sick on the inside because I would be thinking, ugh, it's all like mushy and makes the food. Anyhow, so turkey. So those are my 5. No particular order. And so this year, we're not doing most of a size. So I was like, what? That works for me.
Right, because this woman, I mean, it's literally one of our family things. Carol gonna make the mac and cheese.
Yeah, but
Carol gonna make the mac and cheese.
Yeah, but this year the sides are being made by my sister and some cousins and cousins' mother-in-law. Yeah, so basically it's family, and so like our sides are very, very minimal this year, which works for me because we got the turkey and we got some meats. But those are mine. And I'm looking forward to having some other people do this cooking and me just eating.
Well, I appreciate all of those things that you gave me just now. I thank you for your contribution. Just want you to know.
Well, thank you. Oh, now on macaroni. Here's something that I hadn't thought about in a long time. Is that with macaroni, it was my uncle that actually taught me how to make it.
How about that?
Yep. And so he's not here, but Uncle Norwood, for those of you who know Uncle Norwood / Uncle Nate, whatever you want to call him, Uncle Norwood, he made some bomb macaroni. And so he told me one day, he didn't show me how to do it, but he just told me the general, just how to do it. So I was like, okay, I can try this. And ever since then, I just add new things or take away new things and make it my own. So we had a little bit of Thanksgiving taste buds for y'all. And we got people coming over for dinner, but
supper, brunch,
whatever you want for a meal.
Call it. Well, wait a minute. I thought we didn't have meals based on time. But meals aren't based on time of day, are they, Carol?
No, they're not. Because what time is lunch?
I don't know. What time is lunch?
12 o'clock. But it is time for one of my favorite parts of the show, wordplay.
Yep. Come on, what's your letter, girl? What's your letter?
My letter will be T.
Like that's
like
terrible.
Taco. No.
That's terrible. That's just terrible.
Positivity, like tacos.
T like tacos?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't like tacos that much, but it's the first thing I thought of.
I can't believe that's actually in the dictionary.
It should be easy for me then, Hope.
Okay. Your word to the day, eel.
Come on, Russ Parr.
Trill.
Trill.
That's in the dictionary.
Okay.
Trill.
Well, given the fact that, okay, so for those of you who don't know wordplay, we both pick a letter. We have to define it and use it in a sentence.
This is gonna be so funny. Go for it.
And so then going based on what I hear in musics, on that.
In musics, hey, do you download your musics on the interwebs? On the interwebs,
on Napster.
You still play it on your Discman? Do you burn your discs and play it on your Discman?
Based on what I've heard in songs and in music and in artists' names and stuff.
Right.
Trill probably has something to do with like urban.
Oh my gosh,
what?
baby.
Trill. It's like,
why is it?
It's
why
like,
are you saying it has to do? Trillville.
Trillville. And okay.
Do you know what trill? So I know what you're trying to say.
Obviously, I don't know because I never heard. Anyhow, I never knew it was in a dictionary. So my sentence will be, yeah, the joint was too trill.
All right, so look, I know what Carol's trying to say. Carol is saying trill, which is a euphemism that was popularized by Houston rapper Pimp C and Bun B, also known as UGK. They used to say trill a lot, Trill stand for too real. You too real. You trill. You trill. However, that's not even the definition in the dictionary, because that's what I thought it was going to be. That's why I laughed. That's why I laughed, and I was like, young, I can't believe trill is in the dictionary. But it's not even what it is. So I'm going to read you what this definition is.
It's a tool, probably, right?
Trill. To play or sing with a trill. To utter as or with as if with a trill. Triller. So a trill is it's from 1667. It's some kind of musical instrument.
Oh, okay.
To play or sing with a trill.
Interesting.
Or it's something to do with music. If it didn't, that was not a great definition,
yeah,
Webster.
I don't know what a trill
Webster,
is anyway.
I need you to. Oh, I didn't know Webster had a damn DVD in here, man. Webster got a damn DVD ROM. Why are we doing this the old? We could have like our laptop has a DVD slot. Like what am I talking about? Like I don't even have anything that can play that, but
What's
the
your
Xbox.
letter? What's your letter?
What's my letter?
What's your letter?
My letter is gonna be G.
G for
Keep it a G.
G for keep the G. Okay. Okay. Your word is.
Don't change up on me.
No, I'm not. Because I didn't even know that this would have been an actual word. But apparently it is. Your word is gami.
Gami?
Or you can pronounce it gamey. So gami or gamey. Can
you spell that for me?
Yes. It's two spellings. So the first one is Gamy. And then the second, the second is Gamey.
Gamey? So something is gamey when it tastes like earthy, like how certain type of meats taste gamey, like if you've ever had venison. That's gamey, like it's like that taste that's kind of earthy. It's hard to explain. It's kind of earthy or even kind of metallic, like you taste the blood, I guess, in the animal. But I guess I've heard that before to describe the difference between like eating beef and chicken versus eating like quail or duck.
It tastes gamey.
And it tastes gamey, like if you were gonna compare chicken and turkey to like eating duck or quail, or like if you were gonna compare eating beef or pork to eating like venison or something along those lines. So that would be right. Gamey. It's like it has like an earthy kind of taste or flavor to it. And my using it in a sentence would be, damn, that venison meat tastes really gamey.
Yes.
Hey!
No, but actually, there are more definitions to the.
Oh, boo!
Okay, so
you lose. I lost.
No, you didn't.
I lost.
No, you didn't. Okay, so you're already talking about the whole taste and the flavor of game, and so it can be used for animals. So having the flavor of game near tainting, smelly, sordid, scandalous, corrupt, disreputable. What's that? Oh my goodness. It also means sexually suggestive and racy. So I would have never known that.
Gamey.
That's what it is. Gamy or Gamey. So it's about animals, about being racy, about being scandalous. So I have enjoyed wordplay with you, honey.
I enjoyed it too. As we're wrapping up here, something to remember. We talked about it earlier in a joking way, like we don't celebrate Thanksgiving for the Pilgrims or the Mayflower and none of that stuff. We don't celebrate Plymouth Rock. Plymouth Rock landed on us. That's what we, jokingly, that's what we say. But just to kind of on a more serious note, just to remember that November is Indigenous Peoples Awareness Month. Every year the president signs a proclamation to designate November as Indigenous Peoples Month. And especially given, the diverse listenership that we have, I think it's very important to just not lose sight of indigenous peoples in our country. Not just in our country, but across the world, because there's not many more marginalized groups. I mean, we talk about all the time the stuff that we go through. You know, there's not a more marginalized and downtrodden group than indigenous peoples across the world, especially here in the United States. So while you're sitting there thinking about the pilgrims and that sort of thing, and you think about the traditional Thanksgiving thing we're taught as little kids, like, oh yeah, that's why we have turkey, because the Native Americans brought the pilgrims the turkeys when they were about to, you know, they were about to die because they didn't know how to grow food or do what they do. And it's like, nah, Slim, that's not how this whole thing happened. And so I just feel it's really important throughout all of the, you know, North American holidays in particular to remember indigenous people, because they were here first. And if it wasn't for these cultures, you know, none of us would be here. And I know that there is another really important designation for the month of November as well.
Yeah, definitely. It's also National Runaway Prevention Month, and so there are also a few other names that to go along with it. So there's hunger and homelessness awareness. So essentially, it's about raising awareness for those individuals, whether you're a teen, a young person, a kid, a family, whomever, who are homeless. And homeless does not always mean being on the street. Homeless can be couch surfing, it can be sleeping in your car, which is not an actual home. And so with the work that I've done over the last decade, you know, for my actual job, but then going back to volunteering as a kid and as a teen, homelessness and housing is really, really important to me, because that is the core to having a stable life. Because if you don't have an actual home, how can you really focus on things like employment, education, bettering yourself? So like, those things may be important to you, but if you don't have anywhere to actually lay your head, and for you and your family, those kind of things kind of fall on the wayside. So if you know someone, again, who was homeless or going through that, please contact a homeless shelter, a youth shelter. There are various ones in the DC area. There are several nationwide. Some of them are only geared towards teens. Some of them are geared towards whole families. So do what you can to volunteer and give back, because the time doesn't cost money per se, but time kind of is free in a sense. So thank you all for joining us for this live on Thanksgiving Day episode of the Linguistic Show. Make sure that you tell a friend. Check us out on where?
Stitcher.
Where else?
Spotify.
Where else?
Anchor.
Yeah. So thanks everyone.
All of the things. Instagram.com, all of the different things. Like, that's what the old people say, on Instagram.com. Like, you have to look up the website on the computer. Yeah, you can follow us on Instagram. Got lots of fun stuff on there too. Come check us out, Slim.
Bye everybody. Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
If you enjoyed this, like, comment,
subscribe, and share to the Linguistic Show.
This has been an Ashangali Enterprises production.
Co-produced by Naomi. Music by Brassville.